Hey YouTube family, this is Mika Coleman with Tax Deed and Overage Education, where I teach smart earners how to expand their income through non-traditional risks like credit, cash, or going to a bank to get mortgages. And today's topic is how long does it take to really get paid doing overage excess proceeds? Now, I think that a lot of people don't cover this topic because everybody wants to do what's fun and sexy and tell you like, oh, you can make 600, you can make 100,000. People always want to talk about the potential of the money you can make, but nobody tells you how long it really takes to actually get paid. So this video, I want to talk about the difference in different counties and how long does it actually take to get paid? Because like right now, y'all, to be honest, I'm like, okay, Lord, like you must be what really want me to work, because I was like, oh, this year gonna be great. Like I'm already at 6 figures and it was January and I'm like, I already have processed enough to like not work for the rest of the year. But I guess God was like, you ain't about to be lazy. You about to work. And so I'm gonna hold up all these checks. So I thought that I should do a video about these checks. So for those that are watching that want to expand their income and get an extra $30,000 or $40,000, don't quit your day job. Please don't. I don't think everybody really has the muscle for this business because you do have to plant the seeds and wait for the harvest. It's not something that you're gonna flip and turn every 30 days. This business is not sexy. It's not something. I mean, literally, all you're doing is filing paperwork and getting paid. Literally, that's what you're doing. And so I wanted to talk about some of the things that I have discovered because what I used to do is I would just find a county that I would just eat off of all year, meaning I'd wait for the auctions, and if they had good overages and I already knew the process, it was like rinse and repeat, and it was like really good until one day or one auction where all the overages were like $2,000 or $3,000, and I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Like, okay, I guess I have to find another county. And although I do different counties in my masterminds, I often don't work those counties that I do in my masterminds until after y'all don't do y'all work, and then I'll go work those counties. But that's what really keeps me relevant is, as I do these masterminds, it forces me to go into other counties. And so I say that all to say that I think about the last 2 or 3 years, I have been filing overages in multiple counties. And I wanted to discuss that because what I have discovered, which I don't think anybody's talking about, is that every county is different, which I do talk about a lot, but their process is different on how you get paid. And so I wanted to talk about the counties. And this is only, you guys, my assumption. This is not fact. This is only what I am assuming from talking to the county workers and talking to the experience from the time that I have submitted the paperwork, it's gotten to the county, and I've actually physically gotten a check. So I want to do a disclaimer of this is not fact. This is only my opinion and my assumption. So basically I had like County A and then I had County B. And what I did intentionally, County A and County B, I filed 2 different claims but for the same amount, because I do want to give you a sidebar for those that are like me. It's like, well, if I'm gonna work, I want to work at the highest level. I'm not gonna work at the lowest level, meaning I'm gonna go for the $100,000, the $200,000 ones as opposed to the 10 and the 5s. Okay, it's like you doing the same work. Why not go for the big ones? Play big or go home, right? And so I wanted to do a sidebar on that, you guys, because I do know for a fact that if you are going to go after 6-figure claims, they are going to take a while. They're not going to be, this overnight where you found someone and boom, you're going to get paid in 30 days. That is not how it works, okay? So I just wanted to give you guys that little disclaimer. So back to my County A and my County B, and I did 2 $50,000 claims. And County A actually paid me out in 30 days, but County B took like 120 days. And so what I did was I called the County A, and I was, because I'm like, okay, we about to go to this county because this county paying 30 days. I was like, okay. And it, literally, they paid me 30 days on the dot from when they actually got the paperwork. So I called them and I said, hey, what's your process and how you guys process your claims? And what I found and discovered in County A was that they basically have in-house, like everything's in-house. But when I called County B, I was like, so how do you guys process? And they were like, oh, well, we send ours out to an attorney, and then the attorney then sends back to us, and then we send it over to the controller. So my assumption, in my opinion, is that I've learned that the counties that actually have workers that process inside the county, you could get your check a lot faster. Counties that send it out to outside attorneys, you're looking at least 120 days to 90 to 120 days of getting paid. And I also want to tell y'all that if you are considering, I used to, when I first started, when I was doing masterminds, and even myself, I started out in California. For those that like me, like the six-figure claims. I mean, you could get six-figure claims all day in California. But what people don't know about California is that, first of all, they take a whole year to pay you. And right now I'm working on a 2 years. They had told me they got a whole nother year, even though the claim was 2024. I'm like, what the heck? California is on some whole other ish, y'all. Like, it's a whole nother state within itself. So I say that all to say, California is exempt from this whole conversation that I'm talking about. The 30 to the 120 days, California is exempt. So I just wanted to kind of tell you guys that if you are getting in this business, don't quit your day job just yet. Because it does take a while to process these claims. And depending on what county that you're working in, it also depends on them. So, I always tell people the first hurdle is actually getting someone to work with you, which people are in desperate need of money these days. So it's been a lot easier. However, that's the first hurdle. The second hurdle is, getting a county to pay you out. Like, oh my gosh, I had like the worst, like one of the counties that like, I was like, okay, they're about to be my best friend because they paid 30 days. Like right now, I guess they're behind. So now we're like 120 days out. But what I also realized too is that the ones that were paying me 30 days, every 30 days was like the $20,000 and the $50,000 ones. So I also wanted to do that disclaimer too. Like, if you are going to go after six-figure claims, don't expect a payday right away. A lot of times they go through like 3 or 4 hands before they actually, accept or approve the check. So, but if you want something where you're wanting, a 30-day, sometimes 60-day turnaround, I would suggest to go after the lower ones. But it also really depends on the county, because like I want you to get from this video, depending on the county, if they have to send them out to an outside attorney, you're probably looking at a 90-day minimum, as opposed to a county that has inside workers. So I say that all to say, if you're going about this by yourself, I would highly suggest calling and contacting the county and asking those specific questions, like, how is your process? Do you guys send it out, or do you guys do everything in-house? That is something that you definitely want to know. That's one of the questions I never asked, but now I'm asking, because that will make a difference on when I'm going to get paid. I guess God was like, you're not about to be lazy this year, because I was like, January, I was like, I'm already at 6 figures. I don't need to work the rest of the year. God was like, you are going to work. So, because I haven't gotten paid on any of the checks. So, God's like, no, you're not going to be lazy. So I am working, because now I'm still waiting on checks like to come through. So I say that all to say to you guys that this business is definitely about planting seeds and then waiting for the harvest. This is not something where you think you could get in for 30 days and then think you're going to get a check the next month. That this is not this business. It's not sexy. It's not like, you know, hype, like, oh, you can make this money, this amount. No, it's not like that. You can make good money. And what I always like to tell people, and I always will keep reiterating this is one of the best real estate investment strategies that I know, where you don't have to put up none of your money. You don't have to use your credit. You just have to use your knowledge, your persistence, and your consistency, and you can make 6 figures. Easy as that. It's like the best kept secret. I love that 95% of y'all is lazy, because it just, I probably will eat forever in this business without leveraging anything of my personal risk when I'm doing this real estate. And it also gives me income to go invest in properties for cash. So that is why I teach the tax deeds, because I take that money and I will invest in tax deed properties. Anyway, I hope this video helps. That's just my 2 cents on how to get paid in the tax deed overage space. If you guys have any questions, please drop them in the comments. And if this video helped, please like, please subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And thank you for listening, and happy investing, guys.